Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are coloring in the book I got last week, Johanna Basford's Magical Jungle. Some of you probably know this was the last one in the collection of all the Johanna Basford books except for her Christmas book that I did not have. And so I finally was able to go to a local bookstore and get a hold of it because it wasn't available on Amazon for the longest time. And I was so excited to get it. And if you followed my recent videos, you know that I just got the Caran D'ache Pablo pencils. And my video before this one was my review of those pencils. If you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. They're fabulous pencils after you learn how to use them. Now this is coming from a Prismacolor girl. I am obsessed with my Prismacolors. That's all I usually ever color with. And so coloring with these pencils has been a huge learning curve for me. Once you learn how to apply them, they are a dream, honestly. So I've been working with them for the past few days, and I started this page and I've not gone that far on it. So I wanted to just color a little bit with y'all today. So I just finished these flowers here, or leaves, I'm sorry. And I finished this toucan, and I think it came out beautifully. But we are going to do these flowers over here to match these flowers. So I'm just gonna do that with y'all on video. I was coloring and I thought, why not just turn on the camera and share this with everyone? Because I'm really loving these pencils, and I'm so excited about finally getting this book. And I thought this was coming out really nicely, and I'm loving the colors. But here are my pencils. And if you have this set of pencils, I'll let you know what colors I'm using. I'm using brown and Venetian red and orangish yellow. And these three colors, let me tell you, they blend together so nicely, as you can probably see over here in these three that I did. I love the blend that these colors get together. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm doing and make sure I get you in frame. And we're just going to color a little bit. Now with these pencils, they are different from the Prismacolors. I mean, they really can't even be compared, like I said in my last video, because they're just a whole different, they're just in a whole different ballpark. They honestly are. And you need to color with them differently. And like I told you in my last video, when I first started coloring them, my hand was aching so bad and I was so disappointed, and I was ready to send them back because I thought, no, I can't color with these. The one thing I don't care for is the fact that they are, if you look at them, they're hexagonal. So if you are heavy-handed, you really need to learn and train yourself to try not to have a heavy hand with these, because your hand will hurt. So, I mean, I guess you could possibly go on Amazon or something and order some pencil grips or whatever, but I don't know. I looked at some of the pencil. I've never liked pencil grips, but I'm trying to train my hand to not have a heavy hand or to hold the pencil tight. And as you can see with these pencils, they just lay down so nicely. I am hardly pushing. I'm using very light pressure. Let me zoom you in some more. Anyways, I'm using very light pressure on this, and the pigment is just going down beautifully. Okay, now I'm coming in with my medium color, which was the Venetian Red. And I'm just going to blend in some of this, but look how beautifully they blend. I mean, it's just, it's effortless. And they're so pigmented that you barely have to push on these pencils. But look at that. This set definitely has some of the most beautiful colors, and they're pastels and the colors that I would use as highlight colors. They're just fabulous. Like here, if you could see how I did these leaves up here, look at that highlight color that I used. I mean, it just makes them pop off the page. I'm really enjoying them. Honestly, for the last few days since I have received them, I have not colored with anything else. And I actually just got another 150 set of my Prismas delivered yesterday, which I was totally excited about because they went down in price. They were sitting at $117 for the longest time, and then $111 for the longest time, and I really needed replacements, so I needed another 150 set. And so when they went down and I got notified of the price drop of $90, I ordered them right away. And they were on next day, so I got them the very next day, which was really cool. And I hope the last set I ordered was from Dick Blick. And I had a lot of well, not with all of the pencils, but with a lot of them I had breakage issues. And I will say that their customer service was fabulous, because they did send me a whole nother set, and the ones that I did use that were breaking, they allowed me to replace those and then send back the set that I was not using after they were replaced. So that was really great of them. So I'm hoping that this set that I just got from Amazon is not as bad as those were, because I love my Prismacolors, and that is the reason that they break, is because they are so soft. I'm coming back in with my highlight highlight color. I'm going back over this. I love this color, it's so pretty. So those of you that are in the Facebook group and did my Johanna Basford World of Flowers color along that we just finished, and I posted the group yesterday of your guys' work, y'all did a beautiful job. I was so impressed with the pages that were turned in. We really have some amazing colorists in my Facebook group. And I love that so many people wanted to participate. And I know that I have some of you that are sending me messages, when is the next color along going to be? And I will schedule that. I just wanted to be able to get that last video out of the compilation of all of your work, because it was just fabulous, and I had gotten so busy, so it took me a little while, but I was able to get it together last night and get it posted. And I know some of you didn't get to get into the video, or your work didn't get to get into the video, and I'm sorry for that. I had posted in the group a few times. I think sometimes that, I don't know, Facebook chooses what to show and what not to show, you know, to certain people. And unless you're coming in the group, that's how the Facebook algorithm works. Unless you're coming into the group and you're posting regularly or commenting regularly, then some of the posts will or will not be shown to you. And that's just how Facebook works, and I have no control over that, obviously. And I tried to tag as many people as I could that I knew that were interested in getting into the video. And if I missed you, I apologize. I'm just trying to get my darkest shade in here. Right here where, see how this leaf is behind this leaf? If you come in with a darker color, when there is one placed behind another, that will make it look to the eye that it is actually placed behind. I mean, when you're coloring, there's really no rules. It's supposed to be fun and relaxing. And if you sit there and you try to follow too many rules, sometimes that just kind of takes the fun out of it. And who wants to take the fun out of such a relaxing hobby? Surely not me. I am so glad that so many of you in the Facebook group are learning so much. I've had so many messages from so many of you, and you're just like, I've learned so much since being in your group, and I've gotten thank yous, and I just so appreciate it. All the positive messages and the positive energy that I get just from going in there and seeing your beautiful coloring pages. And I love hosting the last color along the Johanna Basford World of Flowers one. That was so much fun. I'm going to be putting up a poll so I can get all of your suggestions on where you want to go next with the next color along, because I like to include everybody and everybody's ideas, because you know, it's not just about me and what I want to color. And we need to make sure that the majority of the people have the book, or that the page that we're coloring is available somewhere for free for those of you that don't have the book. I know some of you would go out and purchase the book just to do the color along, but I don't know, I like to be respectful of those that may not have the funds to do something like that. But yeah, when I did this page, I kind of wanted to make it so, I don't know, I'm trying to just choose different colors for some of the leaves. And because see, this page has so many leaves on it that like if they all looked the same, I feel like it would be rather boring. So I was just trying to make it so that they all looked different. I might even add some pink to some of them. I did that in my last, when I did the color along and I did the floral heart for Johanna Basford. I added the pink along with the green, and oh my gosh, it was stunning, guys. It was beautiful. Lately, I don't know, I've just been so inclined to color just nothing but leaves and flowers. And for the longest time, I was doing nothing but faces and girls and fairies and mermaids. And then I just kind of came away from that, and now I am just, I don't know, I'm all about these Johanna Basford books. And I think right now, as much as I love my Prismacolors, right now I'm just all about these Pablo pencils. It makes me want to order the Luminance, but I don't know, I just can't bring myself to spend any more money on pencils. They're so expensive. Why do art supplies have to cost so much money? And then we get so carried away with buying all these coloring books. And goodness, there's so many coloring books I still want to that I don't have, and I just keep adding them to my Amazon wish list. So there's my leaf. Look how pretty. I love it. What do y'all think? I really love these pencils. I really, really do. Maybe we could do this one a little bit different. Trying to think where we should keep more highlights on this one. Maybe over here to this side, or maybe at the top. I don't know, the way that it's facing, if you had imagined that the sunlight is coming down from this way, then maybe we'll keep it more so. I don't know, I think that there should be a lot of the highlight color in this one, because if the sun was coming from here, then yeah, maybe we'll do more of the dark to really emphasize this one and make it a lot brighter, so that way the yellow stands out. Let's see what we come up with. I'm just kind of talking out loud. I don't know. Oh, do you do that when you're coloring? I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I just sit here and I envision what I want it to look like, and it's like I'll go really, really slow because I really don't know yet what I want the outcome to be. But then as I continue to color, it just all kind of starts to flow together. I figured this one could kind of be, I don't know, a color and chat. I just felt like turning on the camera and coloring. and kind of leaving the music out of it and just doing kind of a natural color and chat, and see how this works and how y'all like it. And if you do, I would be glad to do more of these. And I could just kind of alternate pencils and sometimes use these. And I would like to use my channel to do other reviews on other pencils. If y'all are interested in that, let me know in the comments. But I do have a lot of other pencils. You know, we spend so much money on these art supplies that they should be used, right? I really need to pull out some of my other pencils and start using them. I did pull out my polychromos and started using them, and I don't know. I try to love polychromos, guys. I try to love them, and I don't know. And it's like, I use them. Maybe I need to try them in different books or something. I've generally used them in the Johanna Basford books. I think I'm going to do a video where I compare the Caran D'ache to the Caran D'ache Pablo to the polychromos. Somebody had a couple of you, actually, I got some messages too, because I had suggested that in my video where I reviewed the Pablo pencils, and some of you wanted to see a comparison video and review of the two, and I'm thinking I may do that. Because even I myself would like to see how different these two are, because these pencils are quite different than the polychromos. I'm just adding some of this medium color in here to kind of pull out the darkest shade. And I continue to just use a very light pressure. Okay, so let's come back in with our lightest color again, because I think I do want to leave a lot of the highlight in this leaf. And I've said it before, there's really no rules to follow when you're coloring, and you don't have to use your lighting as a guide. You just need to kind of keep it fun and do whatever you are happy with and what looks nice, because I don't always follow the rules. I mean, how can you have rules in something that is a fun hobby? And I know most of us color because it is stress relieving, and we just kind of want to forget about everything. And what's going on in our lives, you know, if there's something going on that's kind of stressful. And I don't know about you guys, but when I'm coloring, time goes by so quickly. Sometimes I just lose track of time. Do you do that? I mean, sometimes I'll be coloring and I'll look up at the clock and I'll be like, really? An hour just passed? How did that happen? But I was so excited to get my 150 set of Prismas too in the mail yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to pick them up. Of course, I only bought them for a replacement set because I don't know if y'all saw my post in the Facebook group a while ago, but I literally sharpened my chocolate pencil down to almost nothing, to where it was unusable, and I was working on hair, and so I really needed the pencil, and I could not get it to stop breaking. And I sharpened it, and just every time I would sharpen it, it would break again, and I pretty much ended up without a pencil. And chocolate is one of my favorite colors to use, especially when I'm doing hair. I use it in a lot of brown hair combinations, and I really need it. And I don't like to buy just individuals because I know that I'm always going to use those pencils. So buying pencils open stock kind of defeats the purpose for me. And it's so much cheaper when you can find a good deal to just buy the entire set. Let me just pull this out a little bit. And I don't want to add too much of this color because I do want to keep this leaf. I'm going to try something a little bit different than I did with the others and keep this one a little bit more on the brighter side. I mean, I'm still in the stage where I'm kind of experimenting with these pencils because they are so much different. And so I'm really still learning with these, and I'm really enjoying it. I mean, you can tell when you get to the point where you have already gotten to the point where you've added the extreme amount of layers that they'll handle. And that all depends on the paper as well, because some paper that has more tooth, you can get more layers down. But on this paper in these books, they have a little bit of tooth, but I don't know, I think they're more on the smoother side. And I don't want to give the whole thing away, but if you haven't seen my review, I tried these pencils in 2 different books. And you need to go watch that video because I was really surprised with what I found in that video when I tried these pencils in another book. I'm just gonna come in here at the very tip, and I'm gonna add some of the darker color right at the tip just so it kind of stands out a little bit. And pull it into the yellow color. See how this just kind of adds a little bit of shadow and a bit more definition. Maybe I should come in here on this side and emphasize this on this leaf so that we could tell that this leaf is actually behind. It seems so funny that every time I turn on my camera to start filming, that somebody turns on their lawnmower. I think that looks a little bit better. I don't know, I might need to add something else to these. Like another darker brown. Or maybe do my trick that I do with the grays and kind of make this look that it is more behind this other one. But I don't know, it seems to be working. See, the more you keep going with these pencils very lightly, the more pigment they lay down without you even having to put any pressure. So they're really great in that way. But I think that looks a little bit better. I wonder, oh my goodness, I wonder if maybe I came in here with the cream pencil. Let's try something. Let's try to come in here and see if this works. This is the cream pencil. And it does. Maybe not so much on this one. I am using a little bit more pressure here because I kind of want to lighten this up. But look how this lighter color is actually just laying down on top of these darker colors. That is so amazing. That is the one thing I love about these pencils, is that you can lay the lighter colors on top of the darker colors because they are so opaque. And it's really awesome. I'm gonna have to go back to some of the other leaves and now do the same thing, but that's awesome. It worked. I just wanted to kind of lighten it up a little bit to make, you know, the darker part of it, where I put that there, stand out a little bit more. And it's probably not going to show up as much on this one because the yellow is so light and I have a lot more yellow in this leaf. So it worked a little bit in over here because I hadn't had so much pigment down yet. Yeah, it works. Oh, I love that. But I think we are to the point right now with these that, you know, on this particular paper that I've already laid so much down on this leaf that I'm not going to get any more color come out of these pencils right now, but I really like how they're turning out. And I like to just go over the lines like this to emphasize them. The lines that are already there. And I'm going to come in one more time right here. Look at the difference. See, with the darker color I can still get more pigment down on the paper. Look at that. These pencils hold such a sharp lead, and they're so wonderful in that way. I know so many people are going to ask me how I got such a sharp lead, but I showed you in my unboxing I got the Derwent Super Point pencil sharpener, and oh, let me tell you how amazing that sharpener is. I am using pretty hard pressure right now, and that lead is not breaking. I'm gonna come back in here and line this one more time. And I think I'm going to be done with these leaves, but I just wanted to come at you today with this little color and chat because I haven't really done that yet. I generally add music while I'm coloring or do more so tutorial videos. And so if you guys enjoyed this video, the way that I did it, where it's more chatty and just kind of relaxed, you'll have to let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely make more of these if you'd like me to. I'm just trying to make this leaf stand out just a little bit more. See, that's the one thing about me, is I'm such a perfectionist, and unless it looks absolutely perfect, it's like I'll be like, oh, I think that's enough, I'm done. And then I find myself going back again and fixing something to make it look even better. I have been known to make a whole video and a tutorial and show you guys how to color something, and then I'll look at it again and be like, you know, after the video's over, and be like, oh, I should have added so-and-so, or I think I need to add this color back in there, and I'll go back in and try to make it look even better. I'm just gonna pull some of this out. But yeah, I think that it looks the way that I want it to now. This yellow is so pretty. Look at that. And it's still taking pigment. That's crazy. Okay, so these leaves are done. And if you would like to join us in my Facebook group, I'll have the link down below in the description as always, with all of the other information that you need. I would love to have you come join our next color along, and we're going to be starting one very soon. If you have not already subscribed to my channel and you like these kinds of videos and you've enjoyed what you've seen, then please go ahead and subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you get notified the next time I post a video. So if you would like to join the next color along that I host in my Facebook group, you will find the link down on the bottom to join the group, and I will be announcing the next color along very soon. And I'll probably put up some polls so that we could all choose together what book we want to color and what picture, and if we want to do another color palette one. That one was really fun. It was a huge challenge for me, and I know it was for others as well. But I hope y'all have a great day and happy coloring. Bye.